friends, how are you today? Sally and I are good. Can you say hi? Sally got a haircut. Doesn't she look pretty? Pretty girl. Do you know what time it is? Yep, it's time for her treat. Sally, would you like to have your treat? There you go, you have your treat while I read the story to our friends. All right, friends. I've got a fun one today. The Poky little puppy follows his nose home. Let's find out about this Poky puppy, okay? Five little puppies sat looking out at the lovely grassy meadow beyond the fence. Mother, they begged, may we go over the fence into the meadow to play? Well, said their mother, I guess you're getting big enough to see a little bit of the world. But remember, she cautioned, stay away from the highway where there are cars and be home for dinner time. Can you count the puppies, friends? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are. With yips of delight, the puppies tumbled over the fence and into the meadow. Their mother added, don't get lost, but if you do, just sniff and follow your nose home. The four quick little puppies raced along with the Poky little puppy, as usual, tagging behind. They ran and ran until they came to an apple orchard. A big pig sat under the tree, chomping juicy, sweet-smelling, rosy apples. The puppies stared at him. Are you a car? They asked. Goodness, no, was the reply. I'm a pig. Then, well, stay and play. We'll stay and play, said the puppies. But after a while, one puppy said, come on, we want to see more of the world. They bounced along in the warm sunshine until they came to a garden of bright, sweet-smelling flowers. A small brown rabbit sat nibbling tasty clover blossoms. One puppy spoke up. You aren't a car, are you? Oh my, no, was the reply. I'm a rabbit. The puppies stayed and rolled in the grass and chased butterflies. Finally, they said, we have only seen a little of the world, so off they raced up hills and down hills until they came to the barnyard. There stood a cow eating fresh, sweet hay. Are you by chance a car? One puppy asked. Certainly not, they replied. I'm a cow. The puppies stopped for a while to chase flies and roll in the mud, and then they bounced off calling, but there's still more of the world to see. They traveled across the field, past the woods, up the hill and down again. At last they came to a place where there was tall buildings and things racing by, making a great noise. Zoom, screech, honk, honk. They looked amazed. What in the world are those things? They asked one another. What are they, friends? Do you know? You're right, those are the cars, aren't they? A pigeon was pecking at crumbs on the sidewalk. Those are cars, said the pigeon. Cars, shouted the puppies all together. Our mother told us to stay away from cars. Well then, stay away from the city, advised the pigeon. The city is filled with cars. We must go home at once, said the scared little puppies. We must sniff and follow our noses right back. They sat and sniffed. One puppy said, I smell the apple orchard. Follow me. Away they ran, following the scent of juicy apples, but they didn't find an apple orchard, just a mound of shiny apples heaped high at a fruit stand. A man waved the broom at them and shouted, get out of here! The frightened little puppies ran till they were quite out of breath. Then they sat down and started to sniff again. One puppy said, I smell the flower garden. Follow me, hurry. Around the nearest corner they went, sniffing the fragrance of flowers, but there were no flower garden, just a lady with a flower cart. She waved her newspaper and cried, "Go away!" The puppies ran and ran until their short little legs were tired. Then they stopped to sniff some more. One puppy said, "I smell the barnyard. Follow me." Off they bounced, following their noses, until they came to a big place where there were many animals. The animals were all locked up behind bars. A man called to the puppies, "Run along. The zoo is no place for you." The puppies ran with their hearts pounding. At last they had to stop to rest. "We're lost," one puppy said sadly. "We'll never find our way home." The Poky little puppy spoke up. "I know, I'm Poky, but I have a very keen puppy nose. I smell puppy footprints, our footprints. Follow me." He started off, not very fast, but very carefully, with his nose to the ground. The other puppies eagerly tagged behind. Sniff, sniff, he led them up hills and down hills. He led them past cows in the barnyard. Sniff, sniff, he led them across a big field. He led them past the rabbit in the flower garden. Sniff, sniff, he led them alongside the little woods. He led them past the big pig in the apple orchard. Sniff, sniff, he went along, and he went along through the grassy meadow and all the way back home again. With the little yips of delight, the 5 little puppies tumbled back over the fence, very tired and out of breath, and very happy. "We have seen quite a lot of the world," they said to their mother. "Well, welcome home," she greeted them. "You're just in time for dinner." And that's the end, friends, of the Poky little puppy. There's all those pictures on the back again. All right, friends, that's the end of our story today. Time for me to say goodbye to you. Goodbye, Craig and Teresa and Ashlyn, Remy, Amber, Teacher Mac, Olivia, Andy and Otta, Eli from Bend, Ellie, Sam and Nolan, Maya and Eleanor, Cooper, Elliot and Charlotte, Emma, Becky, Eloise, Karen, Julia, Joshua, Jenna and Jeffrey, Marquise and Maya, Gray and Avery, Mikey and Vesper, Thea, Brooke and Will, Lizzie and Eli, Stella, Emma, Addison, Brooklyn Ray, Harper May and Henry, Soren and Johan, Ford and Fife, Flynn and Alexa, Lily and Lincoln, Landon, Adeline, Kinsley, Blossom, Larky, Brant, Reese, Michael and Milo, Rayu, Sophia and Maverick, Avery and Dakota, Pam and Jason and Lola, Andy, Kristen and Mindy, Aunt Joan, Terry and Judy, Millie and Sammy, Ruby and Oli, Lucy and Sebastian, Sutton and Sloan, Olivia, Peyton, Freya, London, Henry, Ellis, Boyce, Max and Carlota, and Nathan and Avery. Goodbye, friends. And remember, if you didn't hear your name and you'd like me to say hello and goodbye to you, make sure your grown-up lets me know that you're listening. All right, friends. That's it for today. Sally, you ready to say goodbye to our friends? You ready to say goodbye? Come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. All right, friends, this is Sally and I saying goodbye today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.